Got legs today. We got a lot of power cleans, or I guess not that many power cleans, but the intensity is going up, or the volume is going up because we just finished the strength phase. So we're trying to stay healthy, and so power, we are getting power. Hopefully this translates super well to the bounce, but honestly, the strength phase works super well, so I don't really care. I think I'm just gonna be jumping high regardless. I had to take yesterday off because of a family thing, but we're back at it. So, oh, thank you. Somebody just flashed their brights at me. Turned on my lights. Yeah, I'll see you later. So today I want to kind of talk about the law of specificity. So basically, the idea is that the more like an exercise or an activity that you're trying to get better at, the more like the exercise or similar that exercise is to what you're trying to get better at, the more it will correlate, translate, whatever you want to call it. The problem with this is basically the more you do something super specific, the more likely you're going to get injured, because your body is getting really good at doing that one specific thing, but it gets really good at it, and so you're producing higher outputs, you're taking more impact. It just gets a little tricky that way. So your body can only adapt past a certain point, and then afterwards you're kind of hitting diminishing returns, which is not very good, because that means you're not making gains in simpler terms. But the idea to get away from this is basically you want to do more general stuff. So that's another reason I do all this hypertrophy, so that I can be healthier, I can reap the benefits from specific training, but the non-specific training kind of prepares my body to get better at the specific stuff. Super nice, because I am staying injury-free until I try and be specific for too long. The problem with it is that I'm not always making gains. I'm kind of hitting a downward slope while I'm trying to be more specific, or less specific, and then we hit that upward slope as we go into the more specific stuff. Great, it's fun. One of the reasons I really like doing it is because I don't get bored of doing the super specific stuff. It is a lot easier to get bored when you're doing only half squats at 3 repetitions, 2 repetitions, 4 repetitions, at a 90-degree knee bend angle. Like, doing that 2 times a week, like whatever, 6 sets for an extended amount of time, you're gonna get like low-key sad. You're gonna get that training sadness where you're like, I feel like I'm not making gains anymore, it's not as fun, whatever. But if you switch it up, if you take that less specific route, then you get to play around with stuff. I know I like to mess around with different exercises and different styles of doing exercises. I really got into the whole tempo trend. So, slow down, slow up. Maybe there's a pause in the middle. I am a big fan of 4-4. So going down 4 seconds, going up 4 seconds. It's very unspecific. There's no time in sports or in a jump or in a sprint where you are slowly contracting a muscle over 4 seconds. But it's really, it's variation. Like, it's fun to switch it up. And then I don't get bored of those quarter squats for 3 sets, 6 sets, 3 reps every single time. But yeah, that's what I've really liked. I feel like I can get a pump, which I'm training for speed, agility, and like explosiveness. So the pump is like, kind of want to stay away from it. Like, it's not the goal. Like, you shouldn't be going for that. However, it's really nice to. And so when I'm in that general phase, the non-specific phase, it is super nice to do that.